Well, it's an interesting thing. Once again, I don't think it's a black and white either or polarized situation. I think servant leadership's emphases are an important corrective to a lot of leadership thinking over the last 50 years. When we look at the biggest egos in the world of CEOs, let's say, we don't always find the greatest results. In fact, conversely, we find in some of the recent business literature examining companies that have been able to make a leap from decent results to really great results, we see not charismatic, headline-grabbing leaders, but we see people who just knew how to do the day-to-day cultivation of the folks they worked with. So, yeah, we'll never get away from the superstar ego who sort of claws his or her way to the top. That will always be happening in human life, I think. We'll never see a complete departure from that. But I think some of these folks get to the top and then find that it's much more difficult to do what they want to do, to get done what they feel like they're pushing a car out of the mud all the time, every day. The Tao Te Ching has one of the greatest statements on leadership, one of my favorite. It says, the ocean is the greatest of all bodies of water because it's lower than all the rest. They empty themselves into it. That just really captures for me servant leadership. If you are humble, if you allow people to pour their energies, rather than trying to force people to do what you want them to do, if you elicit, Plato said the good draws people. If you provide people with a vision of the good that will just lure and draw and attract people to be their best and do their best, and you humbly serve them, then you will ironically, paradoxically, end up in the most exalted position. But leaders have to understand those deep ironies in human life, and then they can really flourish.